our check-in. Today we're going to be talking about an exciting and not so exciting topic. The one topic that I think that really goes into marriages that makes them really powerful and lasting. And basically, this is a quality that I like to describe. This can be the difference between having a plexiglass marriage or plate glass marriage. You know what a plate glass marriage is?
No.
Plate glass marriage is this. Plate glass is that nice thin glass that goes on store displays. And so all you do is you take a small rock.
And that's all it takes. It's going to burst.
Shit, if you're a robber, you can grab everything in it, right?
Plexi ain't nothing getting.
Plexiglass, you can shoot a bullet at it. You can throw a chair at it.
The bullet will bounce back.
Right, you may hurt yourself if you go boom, and the chair may bounce right back at you.
Sure.
But we want to have plate glass marriages that can take a hit, can take some stress, can take a, and of course it's a metaphor and all that stuff, but you want to have a marriage that can deal with life and the fact that you're marrying a person who's going to do some pretty annoying or hurtful things to you.
That's a good way to say it.
And it's got to have the kind of marriage that sticks. Plate glass marriages will look good. They're good for decoration, but it don't take much. A small battery and they're gone. And
so a plexiglass marriage is the goal.
That's the goal. We want to have a marriage that can take a hit. It can take some stress. And so, look, the topic for today is we want to be able to talk about commitment. We say, well, that's kind of boring. What is that's not about communication. That's not about feeling close. That's not about thriving. You don't put that on your Facebook thing. No. But commitment, to be honest, is the unsung hero of what makes marriages work, what makes our marriage work, what makes the marriage we've seen really do well.
Yep.
And even as a counselor, I've seen it time and time and time again. Marriages where they don't like each other, they at times they just roll. There's just a lot of bad memories. There's a lot of pain, but the thing that gets them through is they're committed to each other, even when they are miserable. Their attitude is this: I'm going to maximize my spouse's well-being. Commitment is the area that if you are a Christian, it should be like old school. It should be kind of something you just know to do. It's man, I made that commitment before God, so that's there. And even if you are not in the church, even if you're not a Christian, understand this: commitment is essential if you're going to consider being married, because there will be times you will not like your spouse and you will be absolutely miserable. Is that a good summary?
That's good. I know for me, in our marriage, there were times where you didn't like me that much and I didn't like you that much. And we had to work through some really tough situations. And commitment was the foundation that made it worth the work. Because in the back of my head, I never thought Antoine's going to leave me, or Antoine's going to give up on me, or Antoine's going to walk out on me. I know that because, one, you love God, and two, you love me, that it was going to be a hill and a valley that we had to get through. It wasn't the first one, and it wasn't going to be the last one. But the fact that I didn't have to worry about you leaving me, and for me, that was major. Being a single mom and coming into the relationship with Tennille, I needed the safety. But I also knew that it was a rough time.
Right.
And I was going to do my best to be who I needed to be at the time that I could be for you. And I knew we'd get through it.
We get through it.
We get through it. And we did.
Yep.
We got through it.
Yep. I think about that. And again, because commitment is so unglamorous. It's unglamorous. It doesn't look. It can even feel mundane.
Yeah.
It's not true, but it can feel that way. Yet, and it can feel very unromantic. That's the word I'm looking for. It can feel very, but it's not, because what you're communicating is, I cherish you so much that even though there's a lot of pain, even though there's a lot of frustration, I'm not going anywhere. I am faithful to you. And I'm not just here to stay, but I'm here to just physically be present. But I'm here. My intention is, we're in this for the next 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever amount of years
that God puts us
that
on
put
this
us on
earth
this planet.
together.
And my role in life, my calling is to maximize your well-being. Like, that's about as romantic as you get.
It is.
Now, it may not look very romantic, right? But the mere fact that we can make the relationship, and we've done that for each other, make it safe enough that we know, man, my wife can be really ticked at me, I could really blow it. And it's not like the D word, or it's not like you're going to go find somebody else.
That's good that you say that, because so many times we talk to couples about, we're fighting, so maybe we're not meant to be together. Or we're fighting, and we don't get along. Or we're growing apart. Or people have all of these things that come up in a marriage.
Time. Yes,
right?
All the time.
If you've decided that there is no back door, there's no back door, you only have a choice to move forward together. Because we're not going back. We're not going through that divorce door. We're not talking about it. It's not an option.
Not an option.
So then I'm going to change and become who I need to be for you at this point in your life. And you're going to change and become who I need to be at this point in my life, because we're in it together. When that's like foundational, you grow. Because either you grow or you run. And if you're not running, then you got to grow.
I like that. You grow or you run. And so, look, I want to leave you with that thought. We want to leave you with that thought, is really look at and examine and be encouraged by that commitment makes the difference. That if you could keep thinking, my job here is to maximize my spouse's well-being, you'll get through. You'll have a marriage that is not so fragile that too many disappointments, it will all come crashing down.
Yeah.
Grow in our commitment, study it, build it up.
Yes.
And that really is wonderful. What's that word? I was going to say strengthener, but that's not a word.
That's a good word.
A protective factor.
Yes.
In a happy marriage.
In a happy marriage.
Until we see you again.
Thank you for joining us on our check-ins. You can use it this week when you sit down to do your 5 Ps.
And you can look at the other videos you said?
And you can find our other videos on Mind Change, Antoine Lee.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Find more of our videos on our YouTube channel, Mind Change. Let us know what you think. Add comments, ask questions, give suggestions for future topics. We'd love to hear from you.